video, I am talking you through a couple of exercises that you can do at the start of your rebounder routine and at the end if you feel like it. You are just going to need a little bit of wall and yourself. Now the first exercise is arm circles. We are going to be doing this hand position like this. Really important you keep these hands like this. So before you start, have a shake off. Deep breath. Starting position, your feet should be hip width distance apart at the outside edges of your feet parallel, so in a straight line. It's not going from the inside of your feet. So outside feet, nice and straight, in alignment, your ankles, knees, hips and shoulders, all in a nice straight line. Hands down beside your, or arms and hands down beside your side. Remembering that hand position, we're going to bring our arms up to as far as comfortable for you. Parallel with your shoulders is good. Remembering hand position. Now we are going to, it's quite hard to describe, but you need to pinch your shoulders at the back. So think about holding a pen in between your shoulder blades. That is the action you want. So pinching your shoulder blades back, and now you are going to go forward in the direction of your thumb. So anti-clockwise circles. We're going to do 30 of these. Okay, if you need to, have a rest, shake off, and we're going to do exactly the same, going the opposite way with palms up. Now remembering in this exercise, you need to feel no tension in your neck. It's all coming from your shoulder ball socket. No tension in your neck. If you've got tension in your neck, maybe try and do your arms down slightly lower, or omit this exercise and do the last exercise in place of that. So that would be air bench. Okay, so we are going to start again, hand position, raise up, palms up this time, and then you are going to go where your thumb is pointing, and that will be clockwise. Okay? Ooh, feel those shoulders burn. That's always the tougher direction for me. Okay, so now we're going to go against the wall. We're doing 3 positions for your toe raisers. So the same as last time. Ensure that you're nice and relaxed. Sit yourself up. Your feet need to be hip width distance apart. Your outside edge of your foot in a nice straight line. Your ankles and your calves, if you can, and your bottom and your shoulders all need to be against the wall. And what we're going to do is we are going to have our arms nicely relaxed down. Nothing else is active in this apart from us raising our toe up on our toes. It's 3 position toe raises. So head nice and straight, not down like that and not up like that. Nice and straight. We're going to come up onto the balls of our feet. Oh, I just got some cracking in my feet. That's brilliant in my ankles. Cracking's good. We really want to improve the function of our feet, because on the rebounder, our feet are the majority doing all the work. So you need to do 10 of these, and I've lost count because I've been talking. I think another 2. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to go outwards like that. Remembering tummy nice and relaxed in this exercise. It's all coming from your feet are doing the work and your calves. Okay, and we're using the wall to stop us going forward and back, and sometimes to the side too. Okay, same again, up on the balls of our feet. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now for the last one, feet in, as close as you can, but not touching. I'm getting a bit close to my lamp there. Okay, same again. Tummy nice and relaxed, arms nice and relaxed. Nice deep breath, remembering in these exercises to breathe, which is really important. Don't hold your breath. Okay, now another 10 in this position. Oh, that's always a killer for me, that position. Okay, that was three position toe raises. So you do 10 reps in each of those positions. And now we are going to do something on the floor. This is for hips. So you come to the fetal position like this. Can't really see me, but I don't want to turn my camera around because this is for Instagram and for YouTube, and this will go all it will muck up recording. So you're coming with your hands in a dive position like this, making sure that your top foot is nice and comfy on your bottom foot, and you need to have the knees stacked on top of each other, and the top knee, you have to keep that so it's on top of the bottom knee. It will want to move in this exercise, but don't let it. It's more about not how low you can go with your hands and your shoulder down to the floor. It's about keeping that knee stuck to the bottom knee. This is brilliant for hip flexors and all the rotation moves that you're going to be doing in your rebounder exercise. I really should have a yoga block or a cushion underneath my neck, so please put one underneath yours. You shouldn't be holding your neck like this. You should be able to put it on the ground. And even though I can put mine on the ground, I always have a yoga block to rest my head and neck on. What we're going to do is, keeping our knee stacked, we are going to bring the top arm over like this. When you're over like that, hold on to your knee and then lower your arm and your shoulder and then look away from you. And you might not be able to get all the way down to the floor, and you might need to use some pillows and cushions to support yourself. Don't worry, there's no shame in that. It's not about getting your arm and shoulder down to the ground. It's about getting the rotation in your torso. Don't normally do this in everyday life. Nice slow breaths. Remembering that knee, because it will want to come away. Keep it stuck on that bottom knee. So you do a minute on each side, and you always come out of this the way you came in. That will protect you from injury. Okay, so we're going to change over sides. Remembering exactly the same cues, and you'll probably find one side easier than the other. Okay, set up nicely. Raise your arm, hold on to that knee. Making sure that top knee doesn't stray. It's really helps your hip flexors should kick in to stable you. Nice deep even breaths. You might find this quite a struggle to breathe. It's because your diaphragm is working hard to get that breath in while you're twisted, you're all rotated. Good idea to do this stretch in front of a mirror so that you can see, at least until you come over with your head. You need to be able to see what you're doing in the mirror, but don't be like this. You need to bring your head to the direction your outstretched arms on. Okay, so we're going to come out of that after we've done a minute. Okay, and now we are going to finish off we're actually going to do air bench. I think I'm going to have to move my camera slightly and my table. Okay, brilliant. We are going to need to have a piece of flat wall. I don't have trainers on, but it's a really good idea to have trainers on. My floor where I live, Fuerteventura, is very dusty. So if you've got any dust on your trainers, you slip on the floor like this. So wear training shoes or some kind of shoes that are going to protect you from slipping. And walk our way down like this on the wall. Don't want to be exactly parallel. Want to be a little bit up. Feet hip-width distance apart. Nice and straight lines from your ankle, knee, hip and shoulder. And the idea of this exercise is to realign everything. So if you've got any rotation going around in your upper torso and in your pelvis and in your lower torso, that will really, really knock it out. Great if you're going to get onto the rebounder after this. So the cues are to have your ankles slightly in front of your knees, and then you are pushing into your heels, back into the wall with your pelvis and lower back. Arms can be like this. I prefer having my arms like this. And it would be great if you could work up from a minute to 2 minutes with this. And as I said, if you find the arm circles too difficult, start off with having air bench at the beginning of the routine and air bench at the end. Okay, so you're looking straight ahead. Nice deep breaths, everything else relaxed. All of your effort is coming from your heels, and that is transferring all the way into your posterior muscles at the back, your pelvis and lower back, really pushing in. Remembering to be very conscious of your breath. Don't hold your breath. Remembering all the time, your heels need to be pushing in, pushing back. Your weight needs to be in your heels. If your knees hurt in this exercise, I suggest trying with a yoga block in between a yoga block, toilet roll or cushion in between your knees. And still, if they hurt after that, don't do this exercise. Maybe switch it around for the arm circles. Okay, I think that must be over 2 minutes now. And to come out this exercise, push away from the wall like that. Okay, so that is a couple of exercises to get you, to start you off for your routine in your rebounder. And then at the end, you can try it again if you want. It won't do any harm. It will actually be really good for you, because anything that you've gone back to, or your posture has gone back to, regressed, it will knock it out again if you do it again after your routine. All right, enjoy.